I don't think it did.
There you go. No, it didn't. Nope, we didn't start our thing. There we go.
All right.
Sheesh. All right, man.
It was a flurry.
Crash and burn.
I didn't realize what the time was.
God
We were
bless,
out there.
man.
We were out there having a podcast in the green room.
We're working. We're diligent. We got a lot of
we
stuff
start
going on.
at 7. What time do we start?
5.
Oh, wow. Okay. We overshot a little bit.
No. I thought we
okay.
started like at quarter till. I could be wrong.
We jumped around with the time a lot.
Yeah.
6:30, 6:45. But the goal was to start a little bit earlier because Jeff wakes up at like 1 in the morning.
Yeah,
That's
it's ridiculous.
true. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, what you have to talk really quick this time.
All right, well, check it out, guys. It's December 9th, 2025. It's a Dudes Like Us podcast. We have a producer, Mr. Chuck, behind the helm over there taking care of business. Dudes Like Us, I am Sean.
I'm Paul.
And I am Jeff.
We are here to pump you up. I hate saying that, by the way. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram, Dudes Like Us -podcast or Dudes Like Us -woodcraft. We got some cool shit we can make sometimes.
Whenever we have time.
Whenever we have time for. But check us out. We're on everything. iTunes, Spotify, Amazon. It's tons of fun. We enjoy doing it. God bless it. It's our poker night, and it's Dudes Like Us. What do we got? We got the jam-packed show today.
We got a ton of stuff.
We got a full board. We'll see if we get
The
to any
board
of
is
it.
overflowing with exciting.
I'll tell you what. I'll start with some somber news. That I was kind of. First of all, it started fucking Thursday night with the Detroit Lions and your fantasy football fucking running back scoring like as many points as he did. I was like, well, there goes my freaking game. There's no
20.
way.
Do you have Jahmyr Gibbs or something?
Gibbs had 29.
Yeah,
And I knew I was off to a good start.
Yeah, just a commanding lead from there. It just, whatever. It was kind of like my chances of making the playoffs was similar to the Dallas Cowboys' chances of making the playoffs right before they slapped a big fat one with, whom were they playing? The Chiefs?
The Lions.
That was the Lions that did that.
Cowboys,
Oh,
Lions.
yeah, duh.
Yeah, that's why Paul's running back.
It was a
did so
double
well.
whammy for me.
Right.
Then.
Well, he's doing really well no matter kind of who he plays, but
Yeah, he's good.
he's good, man.
He's extremely athletic. I was tripping out on the way he moves. He reminds me of a larger Barry Sanders.
Right.
Yeah, is he real shifty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, he just
He can stop on a dime.
He's fast, too.
Yeah. Yeah, that game was, I expected more out of the Cowboys. I thought they had a chance of winning, but.
You expected more out of them.
Yeah, I did. Well, they're Lions,
What
I
an
didn't think
insult.
Lions, Amon St. Brown was going to play, but he ended up playing.
Right.
And he actually had a decent, good game. So that was part of plus Jahmyr Gibbs, and the Cowboys sucked nuts. And then my Bengals, I think their chances are done at this point as far as playoffs.
It was a long shot to begin with, but you're in a weak division, and there was a mathematical chance.
Correct. And it was an outstanding game. I love watching games like that. They were in Buffalo. It was snowing.
It was tons
There's a
of
lot of
snow.
Yeah, tons
Love
of snow. I love watching games like that, and I think Buffalo is building a new stadium. Hopefully, it's not a dome, but it was a great game, and the Bengals had it in the bag. And then Joe Burrow threw potentially one of the worst interceptions I've seen, and that pretty much sealed it at that.
Was that
point.
the one where it was really short?
It was really short, like
tipped.
right. I don't even think it was tipped.
So are you
It went
for
right to the
are
guy.
you for domes? It sounds like you're against domes, right? Is that because of the snow?
Yeah, I don't like domes at all. Maybe down here in the heat, but up north where you get weather.
So you're for snow?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Those
okay.
are fun. Those are fun games.
Oh yeah,
man.
like the
Yeah.
Buffalo Bills game and
Yeah.
whomever they played. That was
Well, you get
that was
it-
a wonderful game.
Yeah, you'll get it in Green Bay, Chicago, Bills, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh. Is Baltimore outside, or do they have a dome?
I think they're outside.
I think they are outside.
I think
yeah.
there's Minnesota has a dome.
Yeah, they do. They do for sure.
The Saints have a dome?
Usually there's
Detroit,
Astrodome.
Detroit has a dome.
I love that
Right.
game because you're sitting there watching the corners and the corners are like trying to be
yeah.
all careful when they're coming up to make a tackle. They're
Yeah.
like trying not to fall down. I mean, it's just hilarious.
Yeah.
It changes everything.
It does, and I wish. I mean, I understand why some areas have domes, like Dallas, like Phoenix. It's 120 degrees
Yeah,
down
it's
here.
miserable.
It's miserable. But the weather doesn't really change much down here. I love it when it's in the elements and it's natural grass, or it's a torrential downpour and it's a mud pit out there.
Yes, it's great.
Big old mosh pit.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah, one of the games was a downpour. I
this
kinda-
past week.
Yeah, there was.
Oh, I
there-
didn't see it.
I mean, they were all soaked.
But I loved it. And I remember sometimes watching the Chicago game, they had so much fog come in, you couldn't even see the field.
I remember that game.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
so they were announcing the game, but you could like see the end zones. That's about it.
This was years ago, or
It was about a decade ago, maybe.
Oh, okay.
No, it was longer than
Was it longer than that? But yeah, it was this huge fog just rolled through, and you couldn't see anything.
That's hilarious.
So
Yeah, but how about the game last night? There was 9 turnovers.
yeah, Philadelphia. Actually, the Cowboys still have a chance if the Eagles crap themselves enough times. Cowboys still have a chance.
So there was 4 interceptions and I think 5 fumbles. It was nuts.
3-on-1 play.
Yeah, Jalen.
Yeah, I saw that. That was awesome.
Jalen Hurts is the first and only person to have 2 turnovers in the same play. He threw the interception.
Is that for real?
Yes, he threw the interception. The guy who caught it fumbled it. Jalen Hurts picked it up, got hit, fumbled it,
Yes.
and the other team got it. So he had 2 turnovers on the same play.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
The only one to ever do that.
So yeah, we're headed
a
into the fantasy
loser.
football. Oh, did you like my little dig?
Yeah, I mean, if
Yeah.
I were,
I
if
sent
I
a
made the
text.
playoffs, I'd probably be doing the same thing. And look, I don't really give a shit. I mean,
I know.
but at the
We
same
don't
time,
control any of it.
but I really kind of wanted to at least make the playoffs, kind of extend it a little bit. And fantasy, you never know. You could pick the best team. I mean, hell,
I thought my team was going to suck ass this year.
You did really well.
Yeah, and it's done well.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, my text for our listeners is, "Hey, are we doing podcast tonight? Because if not, Jeff and I can probably start planning our
strategizing.
strategy for the playoffs,
I almost
knowing full well that Sean is not in the playoffs."
I almost texted back and was like, "Yeah, I'm sending all my players to Cabo for the week."
Oh man, but how about the Beavers, man? Dead last. Ouch.
oh yeah, well,
You know,
you know
he's
what? That's
lucky.
saving grace.
Yeah, Jerry's lucky that we don't do like some leagues. If you're dead last, you have to like stand topless at a major intersection.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he'd like that
And
though.
wearing like a big pink hat or something crazy, or you have to be on a tricycle, or they make you do crazy shit in some leagues.
Well, I've come in last before, so I'm glad we.
Well,
didn't
we'd
do that.
we'd make him perform a movie with that chick that went to India and got did a movie and got sent to jail, almost prison. I think she's going to go to. What is the
What?
some chick does porn?
Is this a segue?
Oh, he's talking about Bonnie Blue or whatever her name
what
is.
that?
Is she the one who screwed 1,000
Yes.
dudes in a day?
Yeah. Well, she
Yes.
went to somewhere. I think it was India or Indonesia. I think it was, and they had set up.
Bali. It is Indonesia. Bali, Indonesia.
So they had set up a camera crews and everything,
She was gonna
and
do
there were a
the
bunch
same
of
thing
guys
over
over there.
It's
and
not good, dude.
she's going to go to prison.
They're strict. They're
Well,
really
yeah,
strict over there.
When you go to a different country and you have to understand their laws, their cultures, their regulations. You're not in the U.S. anymore.
Yeah, she's 27-ish years old. She looks like she's fucking 40 because she's been rode hard and hung dry,
Yeah.
But it's just, but she's going to be 20, she's 27, now she'll be 37 before she gets out. If they do it, I mean, she's in another world. I mean, they're going to send her to fucking prison
I
over
wonder
there.
if Trump will get her out.
Man, I don't think he should.
No.
I mean, look,
I agree with that. I don't think she should either. I mean, she's a degenerate.
but does 10 years, if does that equate to what she did? I mean,
Well, Americans get arrested all the time in other countries, right?
Yeah.
So what makes her special? She screwed 1,000 guys.
Right.
Is that special?
yeah.
Well, I mean, remember the whole Brittany Griner thing?
Well, the whole
Yeah, we
Brittany
could
Griner-
trade some
Wonder what she
arms
used
dealer
for
for or
lubricant.
something like that, right?
Yeah, the most evil man on the planet
Yeah,
for Brittany Griner.
yeah. I remember reading something about when she screwed those 1,000 guys. I think it was in 24 hours. They said the
Ugh.
camera guys,
I don't
it
want to hear this.
stunk so bad in there,
Oh God.
and the guy was gagging and puking because it was by the end it smelled so bad.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, you get like a garden hose and just wash them off. I mean, it's got to be a cesspool, literally.
Yeah.
Could you imagine the last guy?
I
Would
can't
that
imagine.
just
I can't
look
imagine
like
the
them?
second guy.
Oh, I know. Just
Come on.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, and then apparently she filmed all this in an Airbnb. She did that stunt in an Airbnb, and the people that, of course, own the Airbnb had no idea,
oh,
and so they had to, there was
they had to,
cleanup
they had to
involved.
get
That's
one
called
of those.
Hazmat.
CSI.
restoration services.
Yeah, the hazmat companies.
Hey, we had to
Put the big
mitigate.
tent over it or something.
Yeah.
Well, you have
like
to change
like
the
an
entire.
ET.
Well, you have to change the colors. You'd have to almost like remodel that because people will recognize that. The degenerates that watch it, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I want to stay there.
Well,
Well,
they
hey,
may
then
want to.
yeah,
It may
then
be an attraction.
Exactly. It could be
I
like
want
a-
to sleep in the bed that Bonnie made in it. 1,000 guys in.
Just leave the stench there.
So gross. No,
Yeah.
don't leave it the way it is.
Just go
No.
walk in there and sniff.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, well, that went south.
Just crotch and juice.
You started it.
But you know what?
Yeah.
It was a noble topic because it's a sign of the times. It's these streamers. It's these kids that are itching to make a life out of streaming. They're trying to have an easy life and something that fits in the box for them as far as what they are capable of doing. Instead of going to school, instead of doing things that you're supposed to do in normal life.
This is their go long,
And-
make it big.
And it's
opportunity.
And it may work for some people, but look, even for those people that they do get successful, let's say they do hit it, it's not going to last long. I mean, there's only a few, and then what?
When they have $50 million, they can do what they want.
I was
look,
going to say some of the
there's that.
Like who's the there's
Some of these girls make a shit.
yeah. There's
ton
some
of money.
18-year-old who is the top grosser on OnlyFans. I can't remember what
But
her
not,
name
not
is.
just that. I'm not talking about just
And
sexual
she's
places.
made so much.
I'm talking like
And she's not doing sex stuff.
I'm talking about just
That's what's
regular streaming in general.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
it's just
Hey, who are the guys? You also have to be careful about foreign laws and stuff like you guys were saying. Who are the two guys that went over to not Ukraine?
Like the Tate brothers, Andrew Tate
Yes.
and Tristan.
Dude,
I think.
Romania.
what is the deal on that thing? They're being accused of human trafficking or
Yes.
girl.
Yes, yes.
yeah, but so
and were they was it stunt type stuff like that?
no, not at all.
No.
These guys, that was all BS.
Really?
Yeah. So Andrew Tate was speaking up during COVID.
Okay.
And they were going after him because of that. It was all basically because
was
he was calling the
Romania.
left out. Pardon?
In Romania.
Yes, he
Yeah, but
was in Romania.
Yeah, but they're still going after him.
Yeah, well, they have it, but there isn't been a single thing that's been filed against. Or he's not been what is it called? Hasn't been charged with anything.
Really?
It goes to court and it gets dismissed. It's all because he was standing up for the United States citizens, and he was standing up against COVID, and he's standing up against this malarkey bullshit that's going on across the planet. He was sitting there saying, "Hey, guess what, guys? I'm in Sweden right now. You know what I'm doing? I'm having a good time. I'm going to a coffee store. I don't have a mask on." And he was filming it, and it was going public, and people were like,
So what about the girls? Where'd the girls come into play? You're
So-
saying they just fabricated that?
Not exactly. There's a little more to the story. He was recruiting girls of their free will to be camera girls, right? The cam girls. And he was
Kind of
hosting
like Girls Gone Wild.
He was hosting the studio where they'd be cam girls, and he was siphoning, rent off of the girls in Romania being on camera,
Oh.
right? And
In other words, he's trying to get eye candy to his show.
it's a well.
"But
no, he
but
was
he
kind
had
He was hosting.
he
the,
flew them in.
the OnlyFans in Romania.
So he flew them in,
Yeah.
and they're like they were insinuating. And look, the whole thing started because one of the girls that was there had a boyfriend, and the boyfriend called the authorities,
Oh my god.
saying that he was holding those girls against their will.
Right, and that's
And
where
when-
the allegations come from.
Yeah, and when they showed up, the authorities showed up. They were kind of like, "Yeah, there's nothing going on here. There's nothing going on here." And then all of a sudden, Andrew was like, "I can't believe they're doing this stuff." And look, Andrew is a guy's guy. I mean, granted, his tone I don't agree with 100%.
I don't know
of what he
anything
says.
about him. Does he
But
run
he-
a political show?
What
is he known
No,
for?
he's a man's. Well, you can pull it
Well,
up.
he's kind of brash. He says what he wants.
He's a kickboxer. He's super healthy.
But does
you
he have
know,
a show?
He used to. I don't know if it's.
well,
around
not anymore.
anymore.
He used to be public a lot on social media,
Okay.
but they've really beaten him up. I mean, he had a plethora of luxury cars, and they took them all, and he got most of them back, but took a lot of money to do it. And he was just like, I have a private plane, and he says it's less expensive for me just to fly from point A to point B. He's got. What
So
do we got here?
he's still out there doing stuff.
Yeah, and look, and I don't agree with his lifestyle. I mean, he says a lot of good stuff, meaning, he talks about men being men, and women being women. Everyone's got a place, and but he does at the same time he doesn't degrade them. He doesn't put them down. It's just like men have to stand up, stop being a pussy. If someone says something like that, you need to stand up. No. And you have to have true friends, and you have to have a wife that respects you. And if you don't, then you need to get rid of her. And they just he talks about all kinds
So
of
it's
things
pretty,
like that.
yeah, pretty blunt stuff, I guess.
It
yeah.
is
blunt, hard lessons that maybe your dad missed out on teaching you. You know?
Yeah.
Right.
And from that perspective, I kind of like him, but he is obnoxiously
And abrasive. And,
just
yeah.
he's not he's too much because he's kind of conceited.
Yeah.
No, he's not kind of. He is conceited.
100%.
You know.
You know what? That's actually a perfect segue to one of the things we have on the board, and which is if you could go back and tell your 18-year-old self something important.
Like stock buys kind of a thing?
And that comes up every time. No, it's not buying Apple stock, because we'd all say that, or Amazon stock. No, I mean, it's like character stuff, or confidence stuff, or self-security stuff, or maybe getting a different degree. I mean, I don't know.
It's kind of tough because
you-
there's all kinds of easy general things that you could tell yourself to do. You know, don't move there. You know, or
Right.
Don't have 4 kids.
Well, I mean,
you know?
it would be things that you think about your own life, right? Your life. You're talking about your own life, and you say, "Man, if I could do something differently, if I didn't do that, if I didn't make that mistake, what would you tell your 18-year-old
I
self?"
think a big one for me is visit the parents more often.
Oh, that's a big one.
Because my parents moved 3,000 miles away, and money was tight, and that was my excuse that I can't afford it. Well, they're gone, and I wish I would have gone. I could have afforded it.
Yep. Go visit them and go have meaningful conversations with them.
And visit more
that's
often.
a big one.
And I kick myself because I see our boys; they're moving on with life, and you don't see them all the time, and
Right.
You may miss a holiday. And I look back at what I did to my parents. I moved down here, and I was best. They didn't have cell phones. I didn't call them. It was pretty much they didn't hear from me for months.
Right.
And I didn't go back for Thanksgiving or Christmas or anything like that. And
That's crazy.
And I kicked myself for doing that.
Right.
I would have told myself, don't be a dick. If you can't afford it, drive up there, spend the 2 days or whatever it is, spend some time with them, and come back. I don't know.
And that's a message for your boys now. I tell my boys, I have no idea what I'm going to be like in 10 years.
Right.
I mean, I could be like Bruce Willis. Any of us could be like Bruce Willis.
Right.
So, make time to have meaningful conversations.
Yeah. Then my mom got sick, and she passed away when I was 36.
Right.
Right. And
you always think you have time.
Yeah. When you're in your mid-30s, you're like, oh, they'll be around. My mom was sick for a long time, so I knew that she didn't have long, but money was tight. And I wish even if it was just me, not the whole family, just going out there more to see her. I don't know. I kind of kick myself. I still think about that today.
Yeah. No, I mean, dude, if I could have one more conversation with my mom, because she started, tanking, I don't know, 10 years ago, 5 years ago. I don't know when it was, but I even have dreams, right? I'll have a dream where I'm talking to my mom, and I'm like, in my dream, I'm shocked. I'm like, oh my God, an opportunity to talk to her. How awesome. But yeah, man, you never know.
No.
Let's see. What about you? What about you, Sean? What would you tell your 18-year-old self?
I would say love myself more, appreciate, educate myself more. I'd say, love myself before I love other people. I try to pump the brakes on getting involved with. I would travel more. I would take care of me more. Selfish things that you want to do in the forefront. If you don't have time to be selfish when you're growing up, you're gonna miss out. Because you're going to try to do that on the back end, and it's not going to work very good. It's not conducive for relationships to be selfish with your time.
Right.
So travel, just do the things that you want to do. Take chances. If you're young, as long as you're taking care of business, whether it's school or as long as you have a plan, but have a plan. That's
the big one. My whole life I've operated without a plan. You know what I mean? I just let the river of life just kind of sweep me down, right?
A diary.
Plan is huge.
Don't worry about dating.
I tell my boys that.
Well, it's also
have a 5-year plan. Have a 10-year plan.
Well, it's also about being flexible. You can have your plan, and then shit happens, and that plan is not going to happen.
Of course.
So I think flexibility is into that as well. I mean, you can have this plan on, I want to be a doctor. Then all of a sudden,
life changes.
You're in a car wreck or whatever the scenario, right? You're like, oh, I can't go to med school for another 3 years because I need to learn how to walk again, or whatever the scenario.
Whatever, yeah.
And that changes your perspective on things, and maybe you want to be something else.
Yeah.
Right? So having a plan, I never had a plan. I have a plan now.
Yeah.
right, of retirement. I've had that for a while, but I had no plan on what I wanted to be, what I wanted to do, where I was going to live,
Right.
or anything.
Even when I went from job to job, it was because I got laid off and I needed a job and I went and got that job. I mean, you know what I mean? There was never a plan. It was just like reacting in the moment. It was.
I think a lot of people live that way. And I
Of
don't know if
course.
it's necessarily bad, but
No. Unless when you reach our age and you feel like unfulfilled or
right.
you wish you had made your mark on the world. And
I had times of
you
feeling
know,
that way when I was stuck in a corporate job that I was not happy with, and I was like, I'm mid 40s or whatever, however old it was at the time. I'm like, I've got responsibilities. I got a house payment. I got kids going into college.
Yep.
I've got this.
Yeah,
I
you
was
couldn't
like,
take a lot of risks.
I was like, I can't quit. I can't, start something new that interests me a little bit more. Start at the bottom again. I have requirements and shit that I'm responsible for. I've got responsibilities. So I felt stuck, not all the time, but when, you have these bad stretches in your job.
Oh, yeah.
You're just like, fuck, I don't want to do this anymore.
But I have no choice.
Correct.
What else am I going to do?
Correct. Well, I finally got to that point, and I was like, fuck it, I don't need to do it anymore. Right. So I finally got to that point where I was like, I don't have to anymore.
Right.
So I don't.
There you go.
Yeah.
And now it's podcast 24/7.
Podcast 24/7.
Yeah,
Yep.
baby. This is going to be our big break. You know what I would tell my 18-year-old self? Do not watch the Oilers. Don't get sucked into them. Because the Oilers become the Titans, and they will never go anywhere.
Or the Rockets.
Well, the Rockets...
Would you
Well,
say?
they went to the
Would you
Super
say?
Bowl.
No. The Rockets won two championships.
No. Would you say don't invest all that money into the NBA for 30 years?
I don't want to talk about that. That's a sore subject. I'm not ready yet. It's too soon. What's that, Chuck?
I said the Titans went to the Super Bowl in '99 with Steve Aaron
2000.
McNair.
2000, yes, they did.
Okay, whatever.
1 yard short, Kevin Dyson, yes. And we got our revenge on the with the Buffalo Bills with the Music City Miracle. We've had some fun moments, but dude, come on, unbelievable. We need some success, and right now I think we're right there. Like I think we're 2-13.
You're right there to be the first pick.
Well, we may have blown it. We won our game.
Yeah, that was was it the defense?
We beat the Browns.
Yeah, was it the defense that was so good?
It was
a running back
yes.
or something, right?
It was some turn. Well, yeah. What's his name? Pollard went nuts.
That's right, Pollard.
Pollard had 2 touchdowns and 160 yards, something crazy.
Right.
But what's his name? Sanders, right?
Sanders.
Yeah, he had 4 touchdowns and almost 400 yards. And Dawson and I were both like, we cannot be the team that makes him look good. And we did. He looked good until, he threw a couple picks.
Right.
And then, God, I didn't know that his signature move was his whole.
Show me the Rolex or the watch.
Show me the
whatever.
Rolex. I guess that's what it is.
Right.
And so they picked him off, and the entire defense was in the end zone, all doing this to the fans. And I was like, what are they doing? I didn't understand it all, and I had to ask Dawson. He's like, well, that's Sanders' signature move. I was like, oh, God, okay.
Kind of like Johnny Manziel. What was he?
Money.
Show me the money.
Yeah, the money,
So,
the money thing.
Anyway. That just means that you're big enough for them to make fun of you.
Yes.
So he should feel good about that.
Kind of.
They're making fun of me. They know my move.
Okay, do you remember when they were talking about him being drafted, and they said one of a huge problem he's going to have in the NFL is that he pats the ball. Did you remember that discussion?
Yes.
Sure.
Because as soon as he decides that he's going to throw to somebody, he pats it. And so defenses, when he got drafted, different defensive players were getting on Twitter and saying, "Can't wait to play you. I know exactly. I'm going to torch you." That hurt him in our game. The commentator said, "Man, he's got to fix that because linebackers know they can take the chance.
Right.
You know what I mean? They can take the chance to start making their break because he's patting the ball and he should
just run around patting the ball like this at all times.
Well, so that they throw off the defense?
Yeah, so they're like, is he going to throw it?
That wouldn't look stupid or anything either, I don't think. I think that would actually be a smart idea. Anyway, but I didn't understand it during the draft. And when they were talking about it during the game I was watching, I was like, that makes total sense now. Because he's basically, what do you call it? Telegraphing. Thank you. He's completely telegraphing whether or not he's willing to make a throw.
And why is he playing and not the Dylan Gabriel?
Got hurt.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, okay.
Everybody's hurt on
Everybody's hurt.
the Browns.
Yeah.
And he's not playing. I mean, I'll tell you what, he had better numbers and some better throws than freaking Cam Ward did. Cam Ward had horrible numbers for that game.
Cam Ward was what pick?
Number 1 pick.
What was Shador? Like 300?
Yeah.
I think was he 5th round?
5th round, something. Yeah.
Damn, that is crazy how far he fell. Unbelievable. All right, anyway, back to we talked about what you would tell our 18-year-old self. This kind of leads into the other one. What makes a man's life meaningful? Because obviously that's one of the things you want to tell your 8-year-old self, right?
Your nut size.
Oh, okay. I didn't.
Just one of them?
Like your testicle size?
Nuts, yeah.
I didn't.
Or are you talking about like the...
You're growing acorns or something?
Yeah, just
I didn't see that one coming. Okay.
bulbous.
So that's what makes life meaningful. So basically, if you're born with small nuts, get that fixed at an early age.
No, meaningful is family for me.
implants?
I'm huge on family.
Family.
Yep.
Absolutely. It's got to be the number one answer. Ding.
Yeah.
What's the question again?
The question was, what makes a man? You know what? A man's life meaningful. What makes a man's life?
I would say
meaningful?
family, but a legacy. I guess that's enveloped in the family.
Yeah.
You know, your legacy. I would love to have whatever we are doing as men. Be remembered. This is so. I'd like to be a
reflect
staple.
positively.
Yes,
But
I'd like to leave a trail of people be like, you know what, man. I really liked what Sean did. You know,
He had big nuts.
Well,
He sits on them.
yeah.
We talked about that last
I
time.
got no choice.
Everywhere he sits, he's like, dude, he's got big
It
nuts.
slips right up his ass.
No, it's just very tight underwear.
I'm sorry I said that, Sean. That's my fault.
What the hell's
That's
going
my
on
fault.
over there,
I know.
Jeff?
This is on me, guys. Sorry, viewers.
Mark
But
that down.
okay, so I think we're at an age, right? We're at an age where I think we can reflect properly on what's meaningful. But what about these young guys, right? It's all about money, prestige,
I think some of them are lost.
big time paying job. It's all about money.
Well, when we were their age, 22, 24, 25, that's what we were thinking about.
Yeah, it's all about money.
It's all about, I want my first job so I can get me a nicer apartment, a new car, take my date out. I want to do things. That was the focus back then. That was the meaning of life. And then you start settling down and having the kids and the family.
Yeah,
and
but even
everything.
then, the money thing carries on, and a bigger house, bigger car.
Yeah, but I think the money thing is different. I mean, the cost of living has superseded economics. It's superseded the growth of how much money we're making.
Yeah.
I think it's the cost of houses that's the problem right now.
Just living. Yeah, I mean, the
I
cost
don't
of
disagree,
buying a
but
house and renting.
I don't disagree, but it comes back to what we consider meaningful, what we consider important, right? I mean, I think we're just getting caught up in worldly things and keeping up with the Joneses and needing that bigger house, which comes with a bigger mortgage. And I mean, but when you look back at it, is that meaningful? Like what?
No.
Like, in other words, what did we sacrifice in that chase for meaningful things that we thought was meaningful? What would we sacrifice? You know what I mean?
I don't think I sacrificed anything because we never had a lot of money.
No.
We were able to get into this house because my wife was making bank at IBM, right?
Right.
And then she got let go, and then it got really tight
Right.
for a long time. So, we were never extravagant. We got the bigger house, yes, but here in Texas, it was affordable.
Yeah.
my opinion.
Bigger houses are not an anomaly.
This house in L.A. would be millions, probably.
Yeah, but
Ridiculous.
this our property has gone up 25% in the last
more than
5
that.
years, 10
I
years.
know.
Yeah, it's fuck.
It's gone crazy.
That's
Well,
ridiculous.
It's come back down in the last couple of years. Some, if you get your taxes.
A little bit of correction.
I know
but not
mine's
much.
been corrected some, which I'm okay with because I'm not selling right now. It'll just lower my tax bill. So
Yeah.
that's all I'm concerned with. Your home. That goes back to home tax or taxing your property tax is what I'm thinking of. I don't know why it works like this, but maybe someone can explain it to me. You buy your house for, let's say, $100,000. Why aren't you taxed on that $100,000? Why if it goes to $500,000? Because that's unrealized, right?
Mhm.
It's a perceived value that you're being taxed on. Well, I paid $100,000 for it. I should be taxed on $100,000, not a perceived $500,000. Now, when I sell my house, tax me on the $500,000 or whatever it is. right? The capital gains. And I think if you pay your house off, I think your property taxes should go away. You never really own your house.
Right.
Because if you stop paying those property taxes, they'll take your house.
I mean,
even though you've paid it off.
But you know the answer to this, right? I mean, they're going to structure the tax, they're going to make the tax structure beneficial to where they're always, if everyone does well and the homes appreciate in value, they're going to get as much money as they possibly can.
Of course.
So,
right?
So
I mean,
what are your taxes on that you're paying on this house right now? It's ISD, city,
right,
community college, and county. Right? It's not even the state of Texas that sets the tax rate.
Right.
That's right.
It's the ISD that does it, right?
Right.
So what you're doing is you're really buying services from the city, the county, the community college. You got a little tax for that, and then from the ISD,
it does take money to run that shit.
Your kids went to school here.
No, that's fine, but it should be on what I paid for my house, not a perceived value until you sell the house. You know, who's to say that I could make, whatever the value of this house is?
The home appreciation though doesn't go to the state to redistribute to the ISDs.
But my taxes, right? I don't care where it goes. My taxes are going up.
Taxes are going up.
My taxes are going up.
Right.
Yeah,
whoever's giving them to me, my taxes are going up based off of the value of my house.
Right.
Perceived value.
Well, and again,
not what I paid for it.
And you got to contest it every year. You got to go there, but the thing is that the valuations, the system's broke. Period.
Oh, I mean how they value the properties? You mean?
So yes, the system's broke. It's all about getting the taxes. It's frustrating because it's like the kids nowadays aren't going to be able to to buy a house.
Yeah,
period. It's too expensive.
It's really tough.
I think
it's not the same.
I think they will be able to. I think what needs to happen is I think builders need to stop building big ass homes like this. They don't make starter homes anymore.
They don't.
I think part of the problem, at least in
because
Frisco,
they're trying to maximize their profit.
Well, not in Frisco.
Well, I think part of the problem in Frisco is the land is too expensive. They have to put a big house on it to charge a lot of money for
Correct.
it. You can't put a $120,000 house on it because the land was so expensive. But if I was a builder, I'd be looking out in these suburbs out here and say, I want to do a suburb of
There's
starter
a lot of
homes.
them doing it.
Yeah, well, there are. Yeah, trust me on that. But when we moved to Frisco 20 years ago, it was starter homes, right?
Yes.
Correct. Yeah, because the land value wasn't where it's at now.
Right.
Right.
They didn't have to put a $500,000 house on it to try to recoup some cost and make their profits.
So I think our house when we bought it was $225.
Right.
It's ridiculous now.
I know.
It is absolutely bizarre on how much that it's valued. It's bizarre. And who the fuck's going to pay that?
A lot of people.
Yeah, but
people who can sell their house.
Where are these people coming from?
And then leverage that money into
California,
the next house.
India, China.
Yeah.
Or your neighbors who are looking for an upgrade,
Yeah, I mean, there's people in, like our first house is just down the street. We paid $110,000 for it or something like that.
Right.
And now it's going for $400,000.
Insane.
So they're going to sell that, move into my house when I sell it.
Right.
For whatever my house is valued now, which is more than the 4, right? Because it's a hell of a lot bigger house.
Which is what, $12.2 million?
Yeah, it's an $80 million house now.
$80 million. Wow. God, man, you've done really well. You've done and if you add this media room podcast.
It's all based on this podcast.
Yeah.
Just the
Holy
the
cow.
experience.
That's incredible. Wow. Anyway, but so we're very fortunate we don't have a state income tax, right?
Property tax is a bitch.
Right.
Yeah.
Property tax is a bitch, but I mean, the advantage we have over so many states is huge.
I think if you take the combination of the two, other states have lower property taxes, but they also have an income tax.
Right.
And then
Correct.
we have higher property taxes, but no income tax.
Right.
Correct.
And if you kind of average them out, it's the cost of doing government and all the money they siphon off of it.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, but another thing to think about, and when we were looking for our first house, and we had put earnest money down on a lot in Allen, and then we were looking over in Frisco, and then I started, you learn stuff, right? I mean, my parents weren't telling me anything. I was like, oh, property taxes. I was
Right.
at Frisco ISD, and then I was looking at the numbers, and I was like, this is a whole percentage point more in Allen,
Yeah.
and I was like. And I started doing the numbers, and I was like, that's an extra, extra $300 a month
Right.
for the same house. Yeah, I was like, we're not doing that. We're going to Frisco.
Right.
You know what I mean? It all matters.
It does.
It
does.
I
think once the percentage rates come down throughout the next year, I think you're going to see the market heat back up because a percentage point on your mortgage is huge per year. And if you can now get into this house and your mortgage is $1,800 less a month, it's going to open it up, and the value of our houses are just going to keep going up at that point. They
Right.
stagnated, and they've gone back down some. Not a lot, but I anticipate over the next couple of years they're going to go back up.
Well, right now, what's keeping the housing market stalled is that the interest rates, right?
Correct.
Nobody's buying. It's
Correct.
just 7% or 6% is just
It's
brutal.
stalled.
I was going to get last time I was talking about the houses. That's part of it too. Is that there's a campaign. There's something out there, a group out there, Rothschild or someone buying. Someone's gobbling up all these houses.
No, there's a lot of corporations doing
Yeah.
it. BlackRock,
Yeah.
Zillow
Yeah,
is buying a lot.
they just want to lease to you.
Of
And-
what's the other big mutual Vanguard? They're another one that's buying a bunch of them. So
Well, actually, we might have talked about this, and I think this is where you're going. They want to get America out of the model of home ownership. Period.
they want to go into the rent model.
Yeah, we just they
Right.
want to constantly keep us under their thumb.
It's
Under the thumb.
the subscription model. You never own it,
Never own
so
any,
you're going to pay on it forever.
and then
so-
die.
Yeah, so you never own it. And the American dream is built on home ownership and equity, right? So the value of our houses have gone way up, and that allows us to eventually sell if we want, or pass them down to our kids, and they're going to be able to sell it and make a shit ton of money.
Right.
So that's how you build this wealth
Generational wealth to
Yeah.
some degree.
to some degree, right? It's not really.
Not really
But,
generational.
but it allows, like when we sell this house, we're going to be able to pay cash for whatever the smaller house we get into.
Right.
And not even have a mortgage.
Right.
That's the goal, right?
That's should be everyone's goal. Correct.
Yeah, this house we paid off.
That's why you get a loan and you own it, and then you pay off your loan, and you know what I mean. You've got
Correct.
equity.
Yep. This house should be paid off in about 8 years. At that time, we're going to do the full. Julie will be done teaching and everything, and then the goal is, like I said, when we're ready, sell the place and then
Right.
go buy some land, some house on it somewhere.
Like on a volcano rim.
It is. Yeah. It is.
Awesome.
What the fuck else was I going to say?
Wow.
Damn, that just completely exited my brain.
Yeah. Well, did you finish your thought about? That was your point, though. I mean,
Yeah,
that we're
pretty
moving
much.
to a subscription model.
Yeah, basically that's
subscription
what it is,
model.
and that's kind of frustrating. That's what I was alluding to.
It's
is that-
anti-American. It
Yeah,
absolutely
it is, and these things are happening, and it's not just with that. It's across the board on everything. I'm so sick of the food and just everything. Every time we do anything in our life, it just seems like we get kicked in the nuts.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating. We got to get the right folks in office to vote the correct way, and we've got people that just sandbag, and we got illegal voting going on, and
Yeah.
like in Minnesota.
Oh,
they got
Minnesota's a mess.
they've got that Tim Walz fraud stuff that's going on. I think we talked about it last week.
Yeah,
we did talk about it last
He
week,
looked the other way.
but there's more to
hardcore.
it. I mean, is Elon Omar? I mean, why isn't she held accountable for the fraudulent things that she did to get her brother into the United States?
I don't know. Well, I mean, obviously they're not willing to look at it because Minnesota. Well, no, I mean that should be a DOJ thing, right? Is that a federal?
But in addition,
You're
Barack
married to the
Obama,
state level, aren't you?
Barack Obama,
maybe that's why
But
they're
it's
not.
recognized federally.
dropped
That's why they-
100,000 Somalians into the middle of Minnesota.
Unbelievable.
And that's how she got voted into office anyways.
Yeah.
It's just like, what are you going to do? A bird of a feather flock together, and it's just like, look, when you come to the United States, you need to assimilate.
Right.
Right.
You are an American. Be an American.
You
If
know-
you want some culture, make a stew from your country.
Well, no.
Don't instill your own rules.
Well, there's all these cultures. You still you have Chinatown. You'll have
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
Vietnamese
say.
town.
Yeah,
you'll
but
have
those are
Little Italy.
for restaurants.
No, they have whole
little
like,
shops.
like markets. That's what I mean. Your culture, like around here, we're getting a lot of Indian stuff,
Tons.
right? So we're going to have
Too
Little
many.
India here soon, and but if they assimilate into the American way, they can have their, like I said, Little China or Chinatown or whatever. A lot of these big cities have Chinatown.
Yeah, I was going to say. So San Francisco's got them. New York's got them.
Yep,
so
Chicago.
are they? So there's something different about their Chinatowns versus Little Mogadishu in Minnesota. Like, what's the difference? Like, how has Chinatown in New York City assimilated and adopted American culture, but Little Mogadishu has not?
I don't know.
And I'm not challenging it. I'm simply asking:
I don't know the
is
answer
there
to
something different here? Because that's always happened. Little Italy. I mean, like you said, birds of a feather flock together, right? So every group that has come over from Europe, from Asia, from Africa, whatever, they seek out their
even down
their people.
The guys that worked for me in Mexico City said that a lot of Americans were moving to Mexico City.
Yes.
And the locals are upset because they're congregated in a specific neighborhood in Mexico City, and they are
Opening Chili's.
Americanizing it.
Yes, they're Americanized. Yep, they're opening up McDonald's
Yes.
and this and that. And locals were like, get out.
Correct.
And I was like, wait a second. That's the same reaction that, a lot of us are having.
They're really mad
Yeah,
at
but
Applebee's
right.
moving in.
Yeah, but the difference is I would respect that.
Right.
I'd be like, yeah, you know what, you're right.
Right.
Instead of demanding.
That's an excellent point. When I read that story, I didn't go, what a bunch of racist Mexicans. They don't want these, yuppies who can work from anywhere in the world because they're allowed to work from home, settling where it's a lot cheaper for them and Americanizing their country.
Right. Yep.
I didn't judge them for that. I was like, hey, I get it.
There's
man.
nothing wrong with us wanting to preserve the country that we built.
I 100% agree.
On what we built. And if you got a bunch of immigrants that are coming in, I don't care. Bring it. Have fun. Live your life. Be successful and happy. But assimilate.
Right.
Mesh with everybody. You can't come in here and start, have the call to prayer 5 times a day.
Yeah.
You can't expect that to work because
and that's a slippery slope, man. It's like, how do you decide what's a simulation and what isn't? Right. Like it's just tricky.
dude, that trips me out, man. In some cities where they have the call to prayer,
Dearborn. Yeah. Dearborn,
Dearborn does
Michigan.
that is bizarre.
Yeah.
That they allow that. It's bizarre. It should be outlawed.
Yeah.
Speaking
of things being outlawed, did you hear the latest in Australia about the social media ban for kids under the age of what?
It was at 16, you said, right?
Is it
No.
16?
Well, you told me.
16.
I support that.
I do too. I don't think it's healthy.
No.
Social media does nothing but tear down insecure kids.
Yeah, if we could do away with social media, you can't. If we could do it, I'd be okay with that. I see really, I know a lot of people make money off of it, but I think it's a brain rot and a culture rot and a society rot.
So Australia has implemented a world-first law effective December 10th, 2025, banning social media for anyone under 16, requiring platforms like TikTok, Meta, which Facebook and Instagram, X, YouTube, to block or remove accounts of Australian users under the age, aiming to protect children from cyberbullying and harmful other content through high-tech companies. And some critics worry about the privacy and driving kids to darker web corners. That's from the BBC, the New York Times.
They're gonna find their ways to chat with each other, and it might be, like you said, dark stuff.
Discord, whatever. You know what? Maybe not. Charlie Kirk, right before he died, was writing a book. And one of the things in the book that he was talking about was putting your phone down as much as possible. In fact, he's saying, be in the moment, but have a called a Sabbath day or something. You can call it what you want, but the idea is that once you're around, turn it off, put it in a junk drawer, and you're disconnect. But it's so difficult to.
Yep.
Yeah, think about it. Every time, and I'm so guilty of this, we'll be watching Netflix, right? And now all of those damn shows have commercials.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And so we mute the commercial, and the first thing...
You pick up your phones.
Instantaneously.
Yeah.
Immediately pick up our phones to continue to get...
Well, maybe we do an experiment with ourselves and say, okay, when we come home from work, put your phone in a drawer.
I usually leave mine in my office.
On this day, don't text each other, don't do this, don't do that, and just put it in there. And if someone does text you, you'll get to it right before you get to bed or something like that.
I don't
what
mind.
if we have the walkie-talkies?
I don't mind putting my phone in the office and shutting the door and having my watch. My watch isn't as elaborate as yours.
Well, so if you get a 911 from your kids, you can see it.
Yes.
All right, let me go take care of it.
Yeah.
But you can't do all your shit.
Yeah,
on
there's
your
no
phone.
social media shit that you. It's just kind of like, okay, yeah, I'll call them back. You know, and you know, I don't know. I'm all for it.
Yeah, but you have to deny the I just got a text, I have to read it dopamine fix, because you know when you hear that ding or that vibrate, I need to go look immediately.
Oh, it's programmed.
Yeah. So maybe it's something we try over this next week, so we can report on it next week and say, okay, on next Monday or tomorrow or whatever, we're putting our phone in whatever other room or whatever, and we're not going to touch it until we go to bed.
I can see it now. I'll be in my house and the door. The doorbell goes off. And
you know what's interesting?
Paul, what the hell, man? We haven't heard from you in 7 weeks.
So regarding this Australian ban,
you okay?
There's key aspects of this ban. I'm going down this list here. It says, who does it affect? Obviously, it affects the kids. Platforms covered. Of course, all the major social media ones.
Sure.
What does it do? Tech companies must prevent under 16s from creating these accounts and removing the existing ones. Age verification, exemptions, no penalties for the kids. The law targets the companies, not the children or the parents.
Of course. Yeah, that's the way to go.
You think they'll start getting fake IDs?
Maybe.
Right. And then how are they going to know? How's the company going to know if a kid, how old a kid is?
Well, there's I think it's
now you're talking about government overreach.
Well,
to provide the information about everybody to everybody.
Well, I don't know, because there's websites here that you have to validate your age, right? Like OnlyFans, right? Or porn.
Yeah,
there's others that you have to like. There's companies that will validate your age, right? For these websites.
Grindr.
Grindr is that what you said?
Yeah.
Grindr. Yeah, you give a sperm sample.
Oh,
Jesus!
Wow!
And they tested and they know how old you are.
Like I stopped.
But what if it's fresh?
Well, with fresh? What do you mean?
What if it's not fresh?
Freshly grown, like you had just had sex.
Like freshly whacked.
The next batch is only an hour old.
You gotta give a blood test.
This is only 2 days old.
Jesus.
Okay, yeah, that got weird. All right, sorry.
You brought it up.
Well, who brought up Grindr?
I brought it up as
there you go.
A way for checking age.
Thank you,
How do you verify age?
Not in Grindr.
We were coming. What? So they don't verify age on Grindr? They're letting little kids just go out there.
No, they do. Like I said, there's companies out there that do it, and I think you do have to give them some personal information.
So how do you do it? Is it what kind
I've never run through the process because I don't join Grindr. I don't know.
Yeah, Jeff, tell us. Well, when you opened up your Grindr account,
do it real quick.
No. I mean, not necessarily for Grindr. I mean, but
really
like
quick.
for any social media,
do it, Sean.
How are they going to do it? Like, how are they going to know for sure? Is it because if you're 16, you're technically still a minor. So does that mean your parent needs to sign on?
It's as good as what the information you type in.
So I got to tell you, when
and there's going to be parents that let their kids on their accounts.
When I was on Xbox, I still am on Xbox, but when you're on Xbox and you set up a family plan with your Xbox, you have on there who the family members are, and you name them. You don't have to give all their information. You name them and you give them an age and their birthday. And that way, when they log on to their account
is restricted based on age.
Yeah, So, but it's set up by the parents. Mm-hmm. So you have an authority that goes in there, with a credit card or whatever, and they're the one that dictate it. So that's what I'm thinking it could be.
So it says here. It says up here, photo ID checks. Users upload official documents, driver's license, passport, stuff like that. Maybe a birth certificate. If you don't have any of those, facial age estimation. So they take a selfie, and then AI will scan it and go,
You're 5.
You're 5 years old now.
Yeah, what if you're like a really young-looking dude?
Yeah, what if you're 15? Like, Steven had a full beard at 13.
I mean, people constantly think I'm 17, even now.
Wow.
What?
With those knees?
Knees? You went with the knees first?
Yes.
Did 17-year-olds have a lot of gray?
No,
And
they
small
don't.
junk.
And they have generally a lot of teeth.
And it says parental vouching. The parents are part of the problem.
Oh, that is going to be the problem.
Yeah.
Parents are going to cave.
Credit card
And
checks.
they're going to let their kids use their account.
So credit card. You need to put in a credit card because I don't know if companies like if you get your kid at 15 a credit card. I think there's an age tied to that, isn't there? Like it's a youth account.
Right.
So
Here's my concern. This is a good idea, but to really make it bulletproof, they're going to have to overreach and become Big Brother like you would not believe.
Yeah, they already are.
And they
really are.
And they kind of already are. And so if anybody that's headed this direction, if the United States wants to do something like this,
Texas has.
I see that being a problem.
Texas has thought
Yeah.
of this to not allow. I think it was under 16-year-olds on social media. So I know it was mentioned that
Right.
they want to do it.
See, to me, this falls into the category of unintended consequences, right?
I think they're
All the
huge
time.
pusses. They're not going to be able to push it through because they don't have a backbone.
Yeah, but to me, it's not about that. It's about
Is it privacy?
something. They have good intentions, and unintended consequences are going to make this a nightmare.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't know,
I don't know how they're
but
going to do
it's
it.
a good idea because I think we all agree social media is not a positive thing
No, it's not.
in general.
It's not.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be, but it's good for killing time. But man, I tell you what, it's killing too much time. We have a limited time on this planet, and it stinks that to know the amount of time I've spent on these doom scrolls. What do they call them? Death scrolls, doom scrolls.
Doom scrolling.
yeah, doom scroll that works.
But whatever. I'm doing better at it. Like I said, I started to leave my phone in the office, so when I walk out, it's there. And if I need it, if I'm in,
You know what? I don't do it very often, but when I do, my feed is all about things that just make me laugh my ass off, and that's technically not a bad thing. You know what I mean? If you need an escape from what you're doing at the moment, and something's really really funny, and you're just laughing, that's not a bad thing. If you're just mindlessly wasting time for hours and hours, I get it. You know what I mean? Like I'm watching funny animal bullshit, and
Well, that's what a lot of these kids do. Well, and parents, they'll just scroll, and it's stupid videos,
right.
right? Is
But they're
that
funny. That's bad. I don't know.
don't
no,
know.
but look,
You see where I'm going
It
with
is
that?
funny, but it's what it. So this is the part that's confusing for me. Is it making us dumb? Because they're saying, well, it's conducive to creating a short attention span.
Oh,
Is that accurate?
That's for sure.
I agree with that.
Is it?
Yes.
So if that's the case, then it's a drug that we need to enforce.
Well, and I would say it depends on how much you're abusing it, right? If you're doing one doom scroll a day for doesn't it cut you off?
8 hours.
Doesn't it? Yeah, 8 hours, 7.5. No, but doesn't it?
No, you have to turn that on.
It cuts you off.
You have to turn that on.
Oh, okay.
So if you don't turn that on, like Sean was getting caught with it, right? So
Right.
I was like, let's try a time.
I could see 20, 30 minutes being like because you're supposed to take 15-minute breaks from whatever you're working on for a
What do we used to do for those 15-minute breaks?
smoke.
What, at work?
I never smoked.
I don't take breaks. Actually, that's not true.
Actually, you know what I would do?
I
I'd get
murder
up-
people.
I'd get up and I
Oh, you play video games?
you murder people. Oh yeah, you play video
Yeah.
games. So
Yeah.
I'd get
We
up.
had to clarify that.
I'd get up and I'd go visit someone
You both stop. You
at work.
Yeah, nice.
I'd go over and I'd mention work a little bit, then we sit and visit for 10 minutes.
Right.
That's what I did. I wouldn't get on my phone, or if I had a paperback book, I'd read it.
Right.
That was
Okay.
before the Kindle.
That's actually probably the best answer right there. That's good for your brain.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to read books.
Did you ever finish that book I gave you?
No. Oh, which one?
Sandstorm.
You mean the one on the tablet?
That was a quick answer, wasn't it?
No, the answer is no.
No.
I mean, no.
You downloaded it, right?
Yeah, I downloaded it, and it's just I don't think about it. And now that you reminded me, I'll make a point to read it tomorrow.
All right.
I just forget, honestly.
Can I join this cool kid book club that you guys
All it
ran?
is we so look for those readers out there, which I am traditionally not, but I love reading because when I do it, I love it.
It's rewarding.
I'm enjoying
Yeah.
it. But People are like, well, I got to go out there and buy the books, go to the library, pick them up. But no, man, it's even easier than that.
Online.
You can go to your public library, like down in Frisco, and you get set up, and you can go to your computer, phone, tablet, iPad, and you create an account for the library, and then you go onto your Amazon.
You go into it, you find your book, you check it out.
Yeah,
as a Kindle.
Yeah, there you go. It's Kindle.
I have a Kindle rotting in my drawer.
And then
there it is right there.
Yeah.
Sandstorm. So I mean, really, I check it out, and then it automatically populates on. Well, it doesn't automatically. You got to do some stuff, and frankly, I forget every fucking time.
Well, yeah, it takes you to Amazon, and you click check out book or something like that. Read now, and it loads it onto your Kindle.
Yep, and you have it for like 2-3 weeks.
Yeah,
and you can read it. And man, I'll tell you what, there was a time. Right now, I go to bed at midnight because there's a new video game out, and I'm freaking all into it right now. But I mean, before that, I was just going to bed about an hour earlier, and I'd read the book.
Right.
Yeah,
and I sit there and read it. Tara's in bed, and you could switch the pages from white to black, and then white color letters, so it's not as bright. And it's I enjoy it. And the thing about it is, your brain is amazing. Because I can pick up. I go back a couple pages, and then it's like you can remember. You get re-engaged in it, and you're right exactly where you're at, where you left off. It's at least right now
as into it as you were when you left off.
Yes,
right. I hear you.
And then I'm addicted to it, and I start pounding down the pages, and and then I do it for a couple of days, and then I kind of blow it off, and I forget about it. I do need it. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, I want to do that. I'm going to sign up for this Frisco library.
You have a library card or an ID?
No.
You can just go down there. That's what Sean had to do. He had to go. Well, actually, you lost yours, and they found it, right?
Yeah, I've got one of the only. I think you may have one as well, but my ID number has 5 digits.
Yeah, so does mine.
Meaning it's really old.
Yes, we've had it for a very long time.
It's the original.
That's very
it's
cool.
the original. Yeah. And he was like, "That's only 5 digits. It's just something's wrong. What's going on here?" And I was like, "No, that's it. Right? It's 5 digits."
That's funny. All right, but I have to go to the library to get a card, get an ID.
You may be able to do it online,
Okay,
but they have to validate. They have to validate that you're a Frisco.
Are they going to take a
citizen?
I have to do a selfie.
Semen sample.
I would just go down there.
Give a sample.
Look,
I have to give.
It's already given one.
I would take the time to go down there because there is so much more that is available. I mean, at the library, you can go to school for free at the library. There are degrees that you can get at the library. Seriously.
Hey, cool.
There are certifications you can get.
Remember you were asking, what did my tax money go to? What's it for? There you go.
A dinosaur at the library.
It is a cool dinosaur.
We have a badass library.
We
do,
dinosaur.
but you know what really trips me out is the
sort of. Is it like the animatronic one?
Yes.
Or is it like
it's a
skeleton?
It's a T-Rex, I think.
Is it skeleton though?
Yeah, it's bone.
Oh, it's
no,
bone.
It's got flesh and blood. They feed it.
No,
I mean,
is it like animatronic?
I don't know if
it's very friendly, actually.
Oh, it is. Oh, it's like Barney.
Yeah.
No, that's Winnie the Pooh.
Hey, wasn't there some sort of wasn't there like a topic where they were saying that the Tyrannosaurus Rex at one point had feathers?
Yeah. Yes. Those.
It evolved into birds.
Birds are from lizards.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I mean the Jurassic Park does not have feathers. The Velociraptor doesn't have feathers, but they're insinuating that it's similar to a chicken.
Yes.
So I'm like,
it evolved.
Can you imagine
eating that drumstick?
No. Well, no. I'm kidding. I mean, I can't visualize a Velociraptor with freaking chicken with feathers. That's what I'm trying to say.
There's a show on Apple that talks prehistoric world or something like that, and they showed a Velociraptor and they had quasi wings with feathers.
Yeah. I mean, keep in mind, we're talking about 300 million years of evolution going on here.
Yep.
So depending on what what fossils they found, they kind of are linking them together, and it went from this to that to this and that, and somewhere they got wings, and somehow they got feathers, and
Stegosaurus,
and badass stuff in there, right there.
Triceratops. Yep. So, you know what? The 5 Trails blended whiskey.
Oh, yes, that's what we're drinking.
This is Paul's pick.
Actually, it is. Where did you get this thing?
You brought it back with you
I was in Colorado.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm really giving this the benefit of the doubt. I'm not. It has a lot of history. There's a lot. It says a lot. It comes from Bardstown. I think they sent it off. And let me pull something up here.
I don't think it's great.
Yeah, I agree with that.
There's some sweetness to it. I know my first draw tastes like I chewed on a cigarette.
Yeah,
and intentionally
it was a little rough.
blended American whiskey, a harmony of aged Colorado single malt and 3 bourbons, proofed with Rocky Mountain water, and 2-row barley malt. So, also, this is the made with an unbroken spirit, founded in the unbroken spirit of blazing trails through the collaboration. Five Trail is a new approach to American whiskey, born in the Centennial State and produced in Bardstown, Kentucky. Our blend brings together 5 incredible ingredients that speak to this of bourbon in this country with a unique twist.
Well, that's all well and good, but I tell you what, the finish on this tastes like I've been smoking.
Nice. Well, that's written
Smoking
all
a
nice
cigarette.
and all, but it's all bullshit.
That's good marketing that they just put on there.
Okay, so this is a blend from stuff from Kentucky, from Indiana, and from
Colorado.
Colorado.
Yeah, Five Trail blended from Coors Whiskey Company offers
Coors.
notes of. I'll talk about that in a minute.
But remember, it's from the
That's a
purest,
cigarette.
the purest water in America. You've seen the Coors beers commercial with the
Yeah, with all the
with the mountain river that's just
and the moose that are pooping and peeing in it with their little scat.
And they're dying in it, and the rot.
oh, I didn't see all that.
No.
So that's all in this bottle.
Yep.
I
It's
taste a little bit of that.
It's
Actually,
unfiltered.
um,
This is
yeah, it's not
So-
what's the
great.
proof on this?
The
Yeah, what's
longer
the
it's been out, like right now, it's on the tail end of this. It's starting to get a little sweet. It's less tobacco-y.
Correct.
Um,
it is less. I pick up the tobacco on the finish now. When
Yeah.
you're sitting there, you're
Yeah.
like you've been smoking a weak cigar or something like that. That flavor you get in your mouth. That's what I have right now.
It's
Yeah.
light. It's very light cinnamon. Very light. Like apple cinnamon. Very light. I'm starting to taste it now. It's
It's got like
but it's harsh.
it's got like the base of what we would want in a bourbon, but nothing comes out of it. You know what I mean? Like
Except cigarette.
you know what I mean?
What's
It's
the
got,
age
it
on this?
seems like it's got, I don't know, 4 months.
It's a blend, so it's like 4-year, 5-year stuff.
Oh yeah, 4 year.
It's 95 proof. That you asked that earlier.
Does it say
right?
13 year?
5% of it is, yeah.
Right. There you go.
So Bardstown pieced this together.
Well, I think
Well, they blended it, so they had
Coors.
some kind of
Coors did.
blender.
Coors
Coors.
hired their distiller, their blender, I think.
They released the iconic Molson Coors beverage company containing a unique flavor. Yeah, I'm not. Look. This one, it's not even a mixer. Because it's too good to be a mixer, and it's just god awful.
It's right in between.
Yeah, and it's. I don't want to say god awful because I feel like a piece of shit doing it, but I
think a question we should ask every time is, would we buy this again
That's a no
for $60?
$60?
That's what it says up there.
That's a
It's
no.
$60, yeah.
That's a hard no.
I'd say no.
Yeah, I agree. For $60, there's so much more.
Yeah, I don't know if it's how old is that story up there? I don't know if it's still 60. Maybe it's 55 now or 50, but still.
Yeah.
Release date
October 21.
So this was in 2022. It was when it was $60. So it may be. I don't think it's more than that.
Now it's
but
100.
I know I say this every single time. So, but if you're at a friend's house and they offer this, you're going to drink it.
Of course.
It's not like you're going to go, dude, this is so bad, I'm not drinking it. But, it's $80 now? Did I see that right?
No, well, look, so that's
$50 now.
$50.
I mean, I'm taking more pulls of it. It's just like the longer it's out,
it's not horrible. No.
it's getting sweeter and lighter.
I think it's getting sweeter.
Yeah, it's getting sweeter for me.
as
Well,
you
and
go
I
along.
think that's the 10-year.
The 15 or 13.
Yeah, it was something that was 74%
But I can't get-
percent corn.
But I can't get over the finish because
It's rough.
for me it is.
All right,
I bet it'd make a good old fashioned or Manhattan. Maybe that's its angle. I think
Maybe.
it would. I think the sweetness would turn that frown upside down.
Maybe.
How did I know you were going to say that? All right, I'm going to rate it. I'm going to go with a 5.2.
I'm at a 4.
I'm at a 4.2.
Really?
You really liked it, Paul.
No, 5 is. I've never been that low. I've never been that low.
I don't,
And I wouldn't go 4s because 4 is like you literally
No, I wouldn't say
push
that.
the bottle away.
No,
away.
we can't label that. You can't express how. You can't dictate how we perceive a 4 to be.
Oh yeah, I can. Yeah, I would say. Yeah, 5.2s are a harsh rating for me.
Yeah, this is not better than average for me. It is below average for me. That's why I did a 4. Maybe 4.5, whatever. Somewhere in there. It's not better than half of the bourbons we got out there.
Yeah, but I don't perceive 5 to be that. But but you're right. If 5 is the average, because I think more like 6. 5, 5.5 to 6 is like the average kind of thing. Because based on our ratings, right? We never go lower than, you know what I mean?
Unless it's Eagle Rare or 5 Trail.
Right. Well, then it's a 3-1.
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, we don't do any 1s, 2s, or 3s. So when you look,
have not.
When you consider 1, 2s, and 3s out of the mix, then really the average is.
We need to go find one.
If we
be a unicorn.
If we've
Right.
never reviewed Hell House, that could be our first 1 or 2.
Right. It could be.
There's some out there that are going to be there, but
Yeah.
we just haven't come across. I think that one may be.
It might be.
So
Okay. Well,
All right. Well, the 5 Trails.
not great. Not horrible. Not great.
The Coors Whiskey Company 5 Trails. Blended from notes of vanilla, honey, caramel, toasted oak, which they claim it, malt on the nose with a palate featuring apple, toffee nuts, bacon spice. I can taste the bacon spice on there. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of this.
Yeah.
yeah.
But, I'm glad we sampled it because, now I'm going to know Colorado and 5 Trail that, it's okay. Furthermore, I'd be kind of curious to what this would taste like with an old Manhattan or an old fashioned.
Right.
Because I think that syrup at the end of it would probably tie it in.
Which, by the way, Shelly bought me that kit, right? Where you smoke it.
Kit?
Yeah, you smoke it.
Right.
And
it's like a hookah.
And I made with Buffalo Trace. I made it with McKenna, and I made it with one other one. Damn it, Woodford Reserve, and shockingly different.
Yeah, we talked about that last podcast, and you said the McKenna was actually the best.
McKenna was great.
Yeah.
I mean,
being smoked.
What was that? Peat smoked? No, is that what you said?
Well, I know the last smoked old fashioned.
No, you. I'm sorry. You said did you smoke it with your kit?
Yes,
McKenna.
Yes, and you got to consider that too, right? Because there's cherry and there's maple.
Was it like that one that I got at the what event we were at, where the smoke just you said you saw it and it just went.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah. Every single time we were doing it, the smoke was. I mean, Chuck. I guess you weren't partaking at that time, but yeah, the smoke was. There was a lot of smoke.
I don't know what they did to mine that one
and
time.
It wasn't horrible. I mean, they were all great.
Good.
So, by the way, I have your bitters, your orange bitters.
Oh, okay.
I need to bring
have
that
a couple
to you.
Where do you have it?
It's in my pantry.
It's keistered
in his pants.
Yeah, right. It's sitting up my rectum at the moment.
It's a very large bottle.
Really?
Yes. Still in the wrapper.
Nice.
All right. Well, we did talk a little bit about the Somalia stuff and the fraud with Elon Omar.
Some big numbers on that fraud, man.
Well,
$1 billion. They're even saying north of $1 billion, like maybe closer to $2 billion is the latest estimate.
Well,
and there was a ton of whistleblowers that were.
Well, I think the Attorney General. I think it's the Attorney General up there is like a right dab in the middle. They have emails.
Oh no!
Of him saying he was getting emails going, What if we get found out and these whistleblowers do I don't know the exact phrasing, and his response was, I'll take care of that if that happens. Or something of those regards.
So once you get the vote of a large demographic that all votes the same way, you have corruption.
Oh yeah.
Just think about it. They're going to cater to the Somali guys, and they're going to be like, okay, I'm going to turn. They either we're in on it, or they turned a blind eye because they said, okay, I'm going to turn a blind eye here, but all of you, all 280,000 of you Somalians are going to vote for me, right? And then we got you.
Yeah, I heard on the radio that
that's 100% why
this has kind of opened the eyes and the investigation into a lot more fraud around the country. That a lot of these hospice companies, the in-home care, these traveling nurses,
EBT, food stamps.
yeah, that it is rife with fraud that because Medicare pays for it.
Yeah.
Right. So,
dude, all government programs are just
and they're saying
easy
that,
pickings.
and they're saying, yeah, the Somalis were big on this, but the Russian mob is big in the hospice thing.
Of course.
This other mob was big in this one. It's not just that, but it's nationwide.
Yep.
And all these
In every
nefarious
program.
groups are taking advantage of the lackadaisical eyesight.
Yeah, the oversight of these
Oversight.
things. It's
Not
lost.
not even lackadaisical. That's what I'm
So
saying. This is corruption, guys.
So, like the food stamps, for example, I don't even know how much money the United States citizens pay for food stamps, but almost half is fraudulent. Almost half.
That does not
And
surprise me. In
the
the
half
slightest.
that is fraudulent are all immigrants. 100%. Well, I mean, not 100%, but most of them are immigrants.
Right.
They're saying like
You mean illegal?
illegal immigrants, and they're saying, well, not just illegal, but the legal ones too. So they say that I'm not making these numbers up, but it's like Afghanistan. I'm kind of fudging them because I think they said Afghanistan. There was like 45% Afghanistan were fraudulent. Of them, 45% was fraudulent.
Right.
Yeah. Scary.
Mexicans and the Somalians, there was like 22%. But fraud is fraud. I don't
Fraud
care
is
if it's
fraud.
1%. You know what? Those guys need to be held accountable and kick them out.
Yep.
What the
100%.
hell, man? You can't do this.
And the politicians that are, lining the pockets of these people for votes.
Benefiting, yeah.
Yep. Got it. You got to charge them. Got to put them in jail.
God bless. All right, well, it's the first half of our Dudes Like Us podcast. It's Jesus, the second. We're into the second. No, we're not. It's the middle of the second week of December. Holy
It happens
shit.
quick, though, man.
Yeah, God bless. Less than 10 days before Christmas, right? No.
14.
2 weeks. Yeah, 14 days.
14 days.
Good grief, man.
And I haven't even started my Christmas shopping.
I'm not doing it. I'm just going to give him cash.
Fuck them.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Fuck 'em.
I don't know. I mean, I may do some last second and stuff. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Let's talk about that on the second half because
Yes.
my coworkers were hammering the commercialization. And I know we've talked about it, but I want to talk about that some more.
All right.
Really? Dude, thanks, Chuck. First half, Dudes Like Us. I'm Sean.
I'm Paul.
And I'm Jeff.